all the girls out there are just like, oh, he's so cute, respectful, it's so nice. I know how you go. All right. So is he? I'm joined right now by Reignover with coverage presented by Omni Slash in the third week of the NALCS because CLG has just, well, I don't know if you guys are starting to swing back or whatever, but Echo Fox was undefeated. Now they're not. What happened in that game? I ask literally because I was across the street filming a secret thing.
That game, we kind of get into like the game as a mindset that let's like make less mistake because um, felt like most of the games we lost is from like us making mistake or forcing play, causing like a mistake. So we kind of like go into the game as a mindset like let's calm down and then play slow and let's just do what the opportunity, and then we can also just wait for enemy team making mistake. And I think it was working pretty well. I think they still really punished like really hard on around like mid jungle, so the game was pretty hard. But going on to the game, I think the draft was our favor, so everyone felt pretty comfy, and I think the game kind of went to like how we have been practicing and how we expected. So I think that's why we could win.
So did CLG, they figure it out? Because I heard you guys were doing well in scrims. So does that mean that, after your win last week and your win today, CLG's brought that scrim level to the stream?
Um, our team, like we have been winning. We have been having a lot of success even before week one, even during like the boot camp. We always have been having really good results on scrim. But on stage somehow we were making like way too much mistake. I think it was like from us like trying to force a lot of like plays, and we're clearly not on that level of like forcing plays. So we was making a lot of mistakes. So, um, but today. Yeah. What was the question again? Sorry.
I was saying, are you okay? You guys have been doing well in scrims.
Yeah. Oh,
You couldn't bring it to yes.
Oh.
So if you
Yeah,
fixed
yeah.
it, now we're gonna start seeing CLG from scrims on broadcast all the time.
Oh yeah. So I don't think we fixed like 100%. I don't think we have been showing our like performance of scrim yet on stage, even like today's game. Um, but I think we're getting there pretty fast. Yeah, we have been working on it, really like focusing on it like 100%. So I think we'll get there pretty soon. Yeah.
Now I know you just talked to Huni on broadcast with Avali, but I did want to ask you a little bit about what it was like facing him, and were you able to exploit any of your knowledge of Huni in that match, or help your team beat them because you know Huni so well?
So I think blue side is pretty easy to play on top side, and we have a lot of practice on it too. So if I had like some like ganking jungle outside of Nunu, then I will probably attempt like few top ganks or dives since the early game, because I think Huni really want to be aggressive, and as I seeing Fox game, they tends to play through their solo laners. So we have been practicing playing aggressive on with the solo laners too. So I think if we had like a good champ to pressure topside jungle, I think we would have been doing it too. So I guess this game it was not possible to like try to go on Huni's lane that much because of like our top jungle champion. But I think we attempt like one dive top and they reacted like pretty badly. So like they burned a lot of resources, so we could get like a lot of ahead on bot side jungle. I think I'm satisfied about that situation. So I think that's like the only play that was happening on top side as jungler.
One of the reasons I asked this question is because when I interviewed you before the start of the split, you talked about how you wanted to play with Huni, but then it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked Huni about it, and he said, "Of course you wanted to play with me because he needs me." And so you were able to beat him today. So does it feel good to come out and beat Huni, especially after he's kind of said some of that stuff?
Well, it's not like I'm definitely happy, but it's not like I'm happy because I bid Huni. It's just because I bid like Fox was on the undefeated team, and then they were playing really well on stage, and we did still make mistake, but we reduced our mistake on stage, and I could just see like the progress that like the result that was happening on stage. So I'm mostly just happy about that and having like a victory on like first day of the week, because the next day tomorrow the match we're gonna be even more confident and we're gonna play even more like clean. So yeah, I'm just happy about the situation, but yeah, extra happy because I could beat Huni.
That's a really polite response. The one that you need to do if you want to get Twitter fans is like, I want to put Huni in the ground. Today shows that we can beat him. He needs me more than I need him. It's fine. That's what you need to go with in the future if you want to get some fans.
Well, fans like me as the way I am right now, so
Okay,
no
that's
need
fair. That's fair. Yes. All the girls out there are just like, oh, he's so cute, respectful. It's so nice. I know how you go. All right. So with CLG, what did you guys do this week to make sure that you were able to pick stuff up? Because a lot of people, Jat has you number one, and he still stays with it too. You guys had some tough weeks, some tough games, and Jat still thinks you guys are going to be a top team. So, what did you do this week to make sure that you hit that point?
Even though our CLG players have like really, really good mental state and like good attitude, like when you have like a lot of failure on stage, like you feel like really frustrated because you know that you can do better than that, way better than that, and everyone was feeling same. So like, but we were still managing to like keep our mental state really good and like have a really, really efficient practice. And I'm really, really grateful for that all our players are staying in a really good mindset, even though like we're failing a lot on stage. And as doing that, I think we could make a really good progress from like being on bottom. And I think it's like showing slowly on the stage. And of winning today's game, I think everyone get even more confident. And people can clearly see what happened if you just don't make mistakes. So yeah, I feel really good because everyone's attitude is perfect.
Finally, I want to ask you a little bit about the meta and the game, because I found out last week that a lot of pro players feel very strongly about certain things in the meta right now. Like, I asked Acadian about something. He went off on a giant rant about stopwatches. Pole Belter hates how quickly people can teleport and was very upset about that. Do you have anything in the game right now that is frustrating you, or do you think it's in an okay place? Also, what are you doing with your hands? What is this? Stretching? Okay.
Yeah, my performance coach always told me, if you're not doing anything, just keep stretching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing an interview. You can stretch in my interview. I don't mind. You can do as much. You could exercise in this interview if you wanted to. Okay, good.
So, what was the question?
Is there anything in this meta that is driving you crazy?
Okay,
Yes.
Okay. I think I have pretty similar opinion as other players. I hate stopwatch,
Okay.
but I also like stopwatch in other hand because I think stopwatch makes the game like more fun because it's like one of like a safe tool.
Yeah.
So people can play one aggressive play, and they always have like a backup plan, which is stopwatch. So I think seeing some of those like early aggression with the stopwatch seems pretty cool, but I don't think it's bad. But as a jungler, it feels pretty bad because it's pretty hard to dive people early game. It's pretty hard to gank people early game, and if you're the one who's like maybe having an aggression, stopwatch kind of like burn a lot of time inside like enemy jungle. So I think if you're like a team or jungler that want to play really aggressive from early game, I think if stopwatch is nerfed, I think it would be better. So for me, I would prefer to stopwatch getting nerfed, like somehow changed. But I'm also happy because stopwatch also make me able to play like extra aggressive.
Yeah.
So.
And then last question. Pole Belter yelled at you as we were sitting for this interview off camera. He said, "Come get your clothes." So I'd love to get context on what the story is there.
So no, Pole Belter is living on my old house on TL, and when I left TL for the break, I didn't know that I was not gonna be on TL, right? Because I was contracted to them, and it happened to be for me to left the team. So all my stuff is in the house. I think all the furniture is in my room. I don't know how my room changed because I bought furnitures and like I just decorate my rooms too. So I don't know who's using it, but there's all my clothes. So he's just telling me to get the clothes. But I take all the clothes to Korea that I wanted.
Okay.
So I just told him that you can just throw it away.
Okay. All right. You're just going to throw away the clothes? Is there anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yes. So, we have been having a pretty slow start, and everyone is definitely unsatisfied and very not happy and very frustrated for the result. But we are still trying our best, and we're very confident that we can show on stage soon our results, like progress that we're making. So I think it'll be really grateful if all the fans outside keep cheering for us and share those like emotion together.
Very good. Thank you so much, Reignover, for the interview, and congratulations on the big win, helping to make the NALCS more interesting. I really appreciate it. It makes my job easier. You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. I want to say thank you so much for the support and watching my content. If you want to, you can subscribe and you'll see more
Don't do it because he sucks.
Omni/sponsored brought to you by content right here on my channel.